Have you ever tried explaining to someone why your bulldog sleeps upside down with their legs in the air? Or why you budget more for your dog's skincare routine than your own? If you're nodding along, you're about to discover you're not alone. Today we're counting down the 10 things that only us bulldog parents truly understand. And trust me, number 3 is going to hit way too close to home. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. The Snore Symphony. Here's something nobody warns you about before getting a bulldog. Your peaceful nights are officially over. But not because they're barking or whining. Oh no, it's because your precious wrinkly baby sounds like a freight train running through your bedroom every single night. You know you're a true bulldog owner when you've actually learned to sleep through snoring that could wake the neighbors 3 houses down. You've probably even recorded it to show friends who don't believe you. And here's the kicker. When they're quiet for too long, you actually panic and check if they're still breathing. The irony is real. A humidifier can help reduce that nighttime orchestra, but let's be honest, you've probably grown to love it. It's become your white noise machine, and sleeping anywhere else feels eerily quiet. But wait until you hear about the daily battle every bulldog owner faces. Number 9. Stair negotiations. Let me ask you something. How many times have you carried your fully grown bulldog up or down the stairs this week? If you're like most of us, it's probably more than you'd care to admit. Here's the thing about bulldogs and stairs. It's not that they can't do it. It's that they've mastered the art of selective helplessness. One day they're bounding up those steps like a gazelle. The next day they're sitting at the bottom giving you those eyes that say, "I'm sorry, what are stairs?" I've never seen these before in my life. You've probably developed biceps you never knew you had from being their personal elevator. And don't even get me started on the dramatic sighs they let out when you suggest they try walking up themselves. The audacity! The best part? They'll race up those same stairs at lightning speed when they hear the treat bag rustle. Speaking of their selective abilities, you won't believe what's coming at number 8. Number 8. Heat sensitivity. If you own a bulldog, you've basically become a personal meteorologist. You check the weather more obsessively than a news anchor because anything above 70 degrees means your outdoor plans are officially canceled. You know you're deep in bulldog parent life when you've invested in more cooling mats, fans, and bandanas than you ever thought possible. Your Amazon search history is probably filled with dog cooling vests and how to keep bulldog cool in summer. You've mastered the art of the 5 a.m. walk because by 8 a.m. it's already too hot for those precious paws. And let's talk about the panic that sets in when you see your bulldog panting heavily. Is this normal panting or rush to the vet panting? You've become an expert at reading their breathing patterns like a medical professional. The irony? They still try to sunbathe in 90-degree weather like little heat-seeking missiles with zero survival instincts. But their relationship with temperature isn't the only puzzling thing about these dogs. Number 7. Selective hearing. Your bulldog has the most convenient case of hearing loss known to dogkind. They can hear a cheese wrapper from 3 rooms away but somehow become completely deaf when you call their name. You've probably stood there calling, "Max? Max? Max?" while they stare directly at you with that blank expression that says, "Who's Max?" Never heard of him. But the second you whisper treat or walk, suddenly their hearing is better than a bat's. It's like they have a built-in filter that only processes words related to food, fun, or comfort. You've caught yourself actually questioning if there's something wrong with their ears, only to watch them sprint to the kitchen when the refrigerator opens. The most frustrating part? They've trained you to repeat everything multiple times, and somehow you're the one who feels like you're not communicating clearly enough. And speaking of communication issues, wait until you hear about number 6. Number 6. Breathing drama. Every bulldog owner has had that moment of panic where you think your dog is having a medical emergency, only to realize they're just existing. Those reverse sneezes, the random snorting fits, the dramatic gasping, it's all just Tuesday for a bulldog. You've probably rushed to the vet at least once convinced something was seriously wrong, only to have the vet calmly explain, "That's just how bulldogs breathe." You become fluent in distinguishing between normal bulldog breathing chaos and actual concern breathing. You know the sound of a reverse sneeze by heart, and you've mastered the gentle throat massage technique that sometimes helps. The really wild part? You've started unconsciously holding your breath when they have a particularly dramatic breathing episode, as if somehow your lung power could help them. Your friends without bulldogs think you're overreacting, but you know better. Monitoring their breathing is basically a full-time job. But their breathing isn't the only thing that requires constant attention. Number 5. Wrinkle maintenance. Congratulations, you're now a professional face cleaner. Not your face, theirs. If someone told you before getting a bulldog that you'd be spending 10 minutes every day cleaning face wrinkles, you probably would have laughed. You've got a whole arsenal of wrinkle wipes, special cleaners, and probably a designated face towel that's softer than anything you use on yourself. You know exactly which wrinkle tends to collect the most gunk, and you've developed techniques that would impress professional groomers. The best part? Your bulldog acts like this daily face spa treatment is some form of medieval torture, despite the fact that they clearly feel better afterward. You've probably had to explain to non-bulldog owners why your dog needs daily face washing, and they look at you like you've lost your mind. But you know what happens when you skip even one day. Hello, stinky wrinkle infection that costs more to treat than your own skincare routine. And speaking of things that cost more than expected, Number 4. Vet bills. Let's be real for a second. Owning a bulldog means your vet's kids are probably going to college on your dime. You've accepted that your dog's medical expenses are going to rival a small country's GDP. Cherry eye, skin allergies, breathing issues, joint problems. You've probably dealt with at least 3 of these already, and your dog isn't even old yet. You've become fluent in medical terminology you never wanted to learn, and you can explain the difference between an elongated soft palate and stenotic nares like a veterinary student. The really fun part? You've started budgeting for vet visits like they're monthly utilities because, let's face it, they basically are. Your emergency fund has become your bulldog emergency fund, and you've probably Googled pet insurance more times than you'd care to admit. But here's the thing. Every single dollar is worth it for those squishy faces and unconditional love. But money isn't the only thing bulldogs will completely take over in your life. Number 3. Furniture takeover. Remember when you used to sit on your own couch? Those were simpler times. Your bulldog has officially declared eminent domain over every single piece of furniture in your house. You've probably found yourself sitting on the floor while your 50-pound lapdog sprawls across the entire sofa like they're posing for a magazine cover. They've mastered the art of making themselves look twice their actual size when occupying furniture, somehow expanding to fill any available space like a furry liquid. You've tried the whole dogs on the floor rule, but one look at those pleading eyes and you're back to being furnitureless. The really amazing part? They have zero concept of personal space when it comes to sharing. If you manage to claim a corner of the couch, they'll somehow end up sitting directly on top of you, all 50-plus pounds of dead weight, acting like this is the most natural thing in the world. Your chiropractor probably knows your dog's name by now, and their space invasion doesn't stop at furniture. Number 2. Eating habits. Your bulldog has turned mealtime into an Olympic sport, and not in a good way. They've somehow managed to make eating, the most basic survival activity, into a complex theatrical performance. First, there's the inhaling technique. You've watched in horror as they make an entire bowl of food disappear in what seems like 3 seconds flat, defying all laws of physics. Then there's the mysterious food selectivity. They'll eat garbage off the street but turn their nose up at premium dog food that costs more per pound than your own groceries. You've probably tried elevating their bowl, slow feeder bowls, puzzle feeders, and maybe even hand feeding because nothing else worked. Don't even get me started on their relationship with water. They'll drink normally for weeks, then suddenly decide they need to submerge their entire face like they're bobbing for apples. Your kitchen floor is perpetually wet, and you've accepted this as your new reality. But as dramatic as their eating habits are, nothing compares to our number one spot. Number 1. Unconditional devotion. Here's the thing that non-Bulldog owners will never understand. Despite all the snoring, the vet bills, the breathing drama, and the furniture theft, your Bulldog loves you with an intensity that borders on obsession, and honestly, you're completely addicted to it. They follow you everywhere with the dedication of a Secret Service agent. Bathroom breaks? They're coming with you. Kitchen trips? Right behind you. Moving from the couch to the chair 3 feet away? They're up and following like you're embarking on a cross-country adventure. You've probably tried explaining to people that your dog isn't clingy, they're just devoted. But let's be honest, they're absolutely clingy, and you secretly love every second of it. When you're sad, they somehow know exactly when to rest their massive head on your lap. When you're happy, they're wiggling their entire bodies like they might actually explode from joy. They look at you like you hung the moon, and despite all their quirks, health issues, and expensive habits, you know you'd choose them again in a heartbeat. So guys, if you made it through this entire list nodding your head and laughing, congratulations! You're officially part of the Bulldog Parent Club, and there's no going back. Drop a comment below and let me know which of these hit closest to home for you, or better yet, share a Bulldog story that only we would understand. If you enjoyed this countdown and want more content, celebrating our wrinkly, snoring, expensive, absolutely perfect companions, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos that get what it's really like to live with these amazing dogs. Trust me, we're just getting started with the Bulldog content around here.